King Solomon was this guy who was really obsessed with alchemy.
I stitched that video, my own video, which feels really weird to do, but I found something. I was reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and in it starts going into detail about when Atlantis was formed, right? So I've got my Kindle because I don't have the actual book in my possession yet. And it goes into detail on long ago before Atlantis was formed, there were men who explored the darkness, utilizing black sorcery to summon entities from vast abyss beneath us. They entered this cycle. They were formless beings of a different frequency, living unseen by Earth's children. They could form an existence only through blood. They could live in the world only through humanity. In previous eras, the masters defeated them and drove them down to their origin. However, some remain concealed in dimensions and planes unknown to humanity. They lived in Atlantis as shadows, but occasionally appeared among people. Yes, whenever blood was sacrificed, they emerged to reside among humans. They moved among us in human shape, but appeared as men only to the eye. They had serpent heads when the illusion was removed, but appeared as regular men to humans. They infiltrated the assemblies, assuming shapes resembling men. Using their arts, they killed the kingdom's leaders, stole their appearance, and governed humanity. They could be detected only by sorcery. Their true faces could be seen only through sound. Oh my God, I'm shaking. What's gone now? We used to have bells everywhere. They're gone. I have bells all over my house. I have a frequency bells in the front of my house. I have big old wind chimes that look like organs. Organs are gone. Bells are gone. Church bells are gone. They're gone. You guys. Okay. So they could only be seen by frequency and sound, right? Because they took the humans and used their bodies. So they stole their appearance and governed humanity. They could only be detected by sorcery. Their true faces can only be seen through sound. They attempted to destroy humanity and rule in its place from the Shadow Kingdom. However, realized that the masters were powerful in magic, capable of lifting the curtain from the serpent's face, capable of banishing him back to his origin. They approached humanity and taught the secret, the word that is pronounceable only by a human. They then quickly lifted the curtain from the serpent and threw him out of human society. There's a word. You guys are gatekeeping this? Where's the word? I'm going to keep reading this, but that correlation that I just made with the Philosopher's Stone this morning, I couldn't sleep. I started reading my Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I have like a fat stack of notes. I couldn't stop writing. But once I got to that point, I had to share. And I know I probably look like a crazy person. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, almost 12:32 p.m. or a.m. Jesus, my brain. Oh my God. They took out the bells. We need to get bells. If we have the bells, we can see the true people. This all ties in, I swear. So I was talking about how the Bible was going to tie in with Thoth mythologies, Atlantis, and how we were going to spiral around to it. I didn't expect it to happen so darn fast. But the downloads are downloading and they're telling me to pick up the right books as we're going. But the bells, we need sound. We need sound, and what was it? It was what frequency? What was in a word? There's a word. What's the word? Okay, so bear with me. I have to find. Their faces can only be seen through sound, and they can only be detected by sorcery. I'm going to say something that's crazy, but I don't know if that's really crazy anymore because I keep saying crazy stuff and people are like, oh my God, me too. So I I go into stores and I have social anxiety. I don't know if it's just something that's wrong with me. Anyway, so going into stores or going into places, I can feel the person's energy. I have had it to where I have seen somebody's eyes shift in front of me. Like they go pure black. And I'm like, what is that? And I thought I was going completely crazy. Most of my life, I've had stuff like this happen where you could feel like the dark energy around them or the dark around them, just dark. They just emit, like, it just comes right out of their flesh. And you're like, why are you like this? So, what if some of us, that's why they burn the witches? Oh my God, I'm having. We need bells. We need big bells. We need gong bells. We need like frequency everywhere. Because not all of us can see the dark. You can see it on some of the politicians' faces. By the way, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm writing a book. I am I alone in this? Are other people seeing what I'm seeing? Like the dark around them, the dark in their eyes. I have seen people, like I used to be a hairdresser, and I would cut their hair and they'd turn and look at me, and their entire, like, entire, where you got color and almost all the way through to the whites of your eyes were black. It's dark in my house right now. That's why mine are, I have really blue eyes, so not really, they're gray. Anyway, but sound, frequency, it will show the true of them. That's why there's no more bells. They don't ding bells anymore. Growing up, I used to have church bells everywhere where we lived, and like they don't anymore. They have recordings. They've distorted music, even music that used to be a certain frequency, they don't have it at that frequency anymore. I wonder what frequency it is that distorts them. I wonder how I can figure this out. Do any of you know? Is it further in this book? Is it a different book? What's the word that only humans can speak? This feels like a novel. Like this is so weird. This entire spiritual journey has been so freaking weird. I don't This feels like somebody wrote a weird novel and we're just living through it. Almost like we're in a movie. The Truman Show? Like I know there's truth to some of these things. Please help. What's the word? What's the frequency we need? What's the sound of the bell? How big does the bell have to be? And who can make bells? Who can make all the bells? Sound. We need sound. I think most of us know at least one person that we can think right off the top of our head that would be really scared of being around a bell.